And so for the first part, can you please explain a little bit about yourself for those who don't know who you are?
My name is Haytham Noor. Last name is Shahin, but I go by Haytham Noor. Uh, Originally from Cairo, Egypt, and have been acting for the past 25 years. And it's the only thing that I enjoy doing and love doing, honestly. I've done many other jobs, but I wasn't as honest as I am in acting. Yeah,
That's awesome. And
I'm
so,
a father.
oh,
I'm a
sorry.
father of two. I'm a father of two lovely kids. I'm married. I have a 2-year-old son and 7-year-old daughter.
That's awesome. And so with the Kaivana, and with it being done, what was your favorite stop on on the tour?
Favorite stop? I get to be asked that question many times. I honestly am not traveling to explore the world. My commitment is not where we're going to be. My commitment is to the play and how we conduct the best performance there is. So frankly, I've enjoyed all these cities. I cannot say I like this or that, not at all. Uh, Possibly with the exception for West Palm, and the reason being is that my wife and my two kids joined me there. So that made a big difference for me. But it was not about the place. It's always about the people and what we do.
That's awesome. And so, do you have a favorite part during the kite runner?
Do I have, I'm sorry,
What was your favorite part during the kite runner?
favorite part during the kite runner? The performances, you mean?
Yes.
The favorite part. Anything you do on stage, um, and it will be perceived on the other end, and the other end will be the audience. And we usually feel it if the audience is responsive or not. Um, and in many cases, they were very responsive, and I can feel it, and so is my colleagues. So, and that's the major or the essential difference between film, television versus theater. You have a direct contact with the viewer or the audience. So in that case, we love that feeling that they're listening to us. They're taking everything we're saying. Whenever we say something that is shocking or revealing, we can hear people gasping. It it's very joyful. So our message has been delivered, and these people are focusing with us. Number two, my very personal favorite is when a mistake takes place on stage, something that is not in a script, something that was not directed for us to do, and it shows how good we are and how can we work off of each other. If a word or if a behavior or if a movement was not we were not ready for and something else happens, yeah, we adjust to it right away. And to me, I love these things because that's for me, it's like a workout. Something it just when you do the same routine daily on stage and then something strange happens, strange from not strange in a bad way, but strange that we don't practice every day, and just a moment invited itself. I love that personally because that's an opportunity for me to show what I can do as an actor and work off of it. Yep.
That's awesome. And so, what was the audition process like for the kite runner?
The audition part, it was lengthy. Uh, the first audition, basically, I'm lucky that I have my wife recording me when I first read, and I submit that to my agent. Yeah, it took substantial amount of time to hear back that they want to see me again, and that's we call a callback. And in the callback, I was in New York, in Brooklyn, 9 a.m. And I believe that was probably 3 p.m. in London because everybody was there. And I had to meet with them on a Zoom channel like now. And they were beyond professional, friendly, accommodating. It's like at some point I really thought they're going to offer me something to drink over Zoom. Like, you people are so sweet. And they said, okay, we just want you to be comfortable. I'm like, I am very comfortable. And they had me read what I submitted to them uh, in two different fashions. Like we usually say, like, what's your motivation here? What's your mood like? So in the beginning, I think when I submitted the tape, I was being nice. If you recall in the play, the first act, the character Baba was very angry and out of control. In the second act, you started to know more about him. He's kind of a funny guy or has a good heart. You didn't know the secret that he was hiding. So I was reading. I didn't know the circumstances of the play, so I read it in a nice way. That the first half, and our lovely director John told me, "I want you to read it in an angry way." I'm like, "Sure, I'm, I can do that. Not a problem." It didn't make any sense to me, but I did it this way. I was like, "Do it in a different way," and I did it in a different way. And that's when they said, "Okay, fantastic. We'll be in touch." But also, we'll be in touch. That also talk about the 2 3 weeks until I heard back from them. But for us being in the industry of acting, we just do what we're asked to do, and we don't think about it anymore. We don't wait for a callback. We don't wait to hear from our agent what they think and what they don't think. It's okay. They're very busy. They're doing the best they can, and like we say, a callback is a callback. Until you hear something, there is no callback. So, but to answer your question, it was a lengthy time wise. It took a while until we agreed. From the time that we started auditioning until the time that we were hired, it was a long time.
That's awesome. And so, what other projects have you worked on besides the Kite Runner?
Besides, uh, I didn't do anything beside, but I did before. So probably a month before I finished the Kite Runner, I did a play called War Words, and it's about the American invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan and the ramification of that invasion being reflected on our troops, American troops. I was also, by pure coincidence, I was playing the Afghani interpreter for the U.S. Army in Afghanistan. Prior to that, also, I was in a different play. I do a lot of plays. I've never worked on two projects at the same time. Yet, I would like to call your attention to a private project that I'm working on, which is writing a novel, and it has been taking a while to fulfill. And so while I'm doing more words, I'm working on my novel while I am traveling, touring with the Kite Runner. I was still also working on my private project. Mhm.
That's awesome. And so, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Know yourself, know what you want, believe in it, stick with it. Do not worry about anything else. Do not worry about anything else. If you're good at something, you're going to be very successful at it. So don't leave something that you're good at for something else. And as an actor who lived in New York City for a while and waited tables and bartended, at some point you think that you have plan B to support plan A, but in multiple cases, plan B takes over and makes you forget plan A. So be careful. It's a very delicate equation. You need to know who you are, what you're good at, believe in it, pursue it. If you want to get something to support it, we'll call it plan B. Do not allow plan B to take over plan A. End.
That's awesome. And so, this question ties into the last one. What advice would you give to younger students who want to become actors?
Well, you got to know what you're doing. Uh, to have a desire about something, that's wonderful. But you need to know how to do it. And knowing how to do it, talent is not enough. Talent is substantially important, but it's not enough. Training is very important. And it doesn't matter how successful you are on stage or on film and how much you're working, you always need to be in training. You always need to be in training. Think about a workout. Today you lifted 200 pounds. Are you going to stop lifting 200 pounds? If you stop in a matter of time, you won't be able to lift that 200 pounds. What do you need to do? Continue training. So if you're not working on stage, which is the best training you can ever get, you need to be in school. You need to be in local theater companies where you are watching plays and being part of them, and always sharpen your tools. So those who are interested in acting, they need to join some school or some theatrical group where they can talk and think and express.
That's awesome. So that actually wraps the interview. So I'd like to thank you for joining me today.
Timothy, it was my pleasure. Thank you so very much for your commitment and inviting me to your show. And I can't wait to get a copy of this. I would like to check it out myself.